Good evening and welcome to the NAAD 2016 LEAD Conference. Take a look around, folks. It's a pretty impressive looking crowd, so thanks for being here. I'm excited to be here, really pumped. Hope you guys are as well. I think I'm feeling that. Yeah? You guys want to be here? All right, good. Well, this conference to me is special every year. It's one of the best, I think, in the industry, and it is because the energy, the room out there, energy in here, the interaction, you won't find anywhere else in the industry at a lot of these conferences. This is a really special event, so thanks for making it special. By way of background, the mission of LEAD is to attract, develop, and retain top talent in the industry, and to do so by really leadership training, best practice sharing, and networking with industry peers. That combination makes this a really unique opportunity to really develop personally and professionally. My name is Jason Seeger. I'm a Senior VP at Border States Electric, and I am truly honored to be the 2016 chair of the conference and the committee for this year. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in planning a conference like this, and we'll have time to thank a lot of folks throughout the next couple days. I want to start with a quick heartfelt thanks for those that have done a lot and will do a lot in the next couple days for this conference. First, our speakers. We've got a number of panelists, other industry leaders that are volunteering their time to be here and share their experience with all of us, so I really thank them for their time. Our LEAD committee, the NAAD staff, who I think work tirelessly behind the scenes, a tremendous effort to do all the little things to make this come together and make it a special event, so I thank them. We've got a great lineup of conference sponsors this year, so make sure you thank them as you see them throughout the conference. And tonight specifically, thanking Border States and Siemens for sponsoring the reception, and Encore Wire, as you can see on the table, sponsoring tonight's dinner and the food we have out in front of us there tonight. So thanks for the sponsors. Yeah, thank you. And last but not least is thanks to all of you. Without the attendees, there is no conference. There's no me up here speaking. There's no food in the middle of the room. There's no speakers and collaboration over the next couple days. So thank you for being here. We certainly appreciate that. As we look forward, a lot of you gave comments and questions what you hope to get out of the conference, what you expect to get out. And I'm confident we'll deliver tremendous value and meet those expectations. And we have a good opportunity to exceed your expectations. And I say opportunity for a reason. And I want to bring this up. There's a key, in my opinion, to unlocking conference success. The good news is you guys all have that key. It's in your possession. It's pretty simple to use, but I do want to mention it. It's really critical, I think, in the next couple days for all of us. So the key, it is simple when you hear it, is what you get out of the conference is directly proportional to what you put in. It's really simple, folks. If you want to sit back and enjoy the conference, and you all will, you'll get something out of it, but if you really want to grow and excel professionally and personally, you've got to invest in the conference. You have to figure out how you're going to shape the conference experience for yourself. So I encourage you to do that. If you look around the room, you've got a lot of talented, dedicated folks in this room, all different experiences, different talents. Make time to connect with someone over the next several days. And maybe I step back and rephrase that. Connect with a bunch of people over the next several days. That's going to be a huge takeaway for you guys at this conference. The connection with people, the relationships you can build, what you can learn from each other will be a huge element of what you take away today, how you carry that forward tomorrow. So please take time to connect, get out of your comfort zone, meet new people. That's a big element of making this conference successful for each of you. Another piece I'll mention, and please think about this, is when you're listening to a panelist, a speaker, you're at a round table, you're in a conversation at a reception, don't just listen. Listen to apply it. Really be thinking about what am I hearing that really connects for me, where I'm at in my professional development, my personal development. Not everything you hear is going to connect with you, and that's okay, but there is going to be pieces that will, and the challenge is how do you make those actionable? How do you make them tangible? How do you make them really meaningful for you? And I would even encourage you thinking about when you're on the plane ride home on Friday, can you be taking action on Friday? When you're back in the office Monday, can you take action to apply what you've learned? When you're with your family, maybe your friends a week from now, a month from now, can you apply what you've learned? So the challenge there is not just listen, not just take it in, but truly, how can you apply it? How can you really take that and do something with it that's meaningful coming back to your organization? So please take that to heart. That is really the key to success for the conference. We'll deliver a lot of good stuff. It's up to you to take it the rest of the way and really make a difference with it. So I appreciate that in advance. And we try to be interactive here. We try to be fairly informal at the conference. Maybe to start that off, I'm curious by show of hands, how many have been at an event sponsored by NAAD in the past? By show of hands. Quite a few folks. How many have been to the LEAD conference here in the past? And just by way of contrast, how many is this your first time at the LEAD conference? Okay, we got a pretty good mix. Yeah, give them a hand. Absolutely. So a good mix of excellent experience, some newness to the conference. You're going to have a great time. Again, reach out and talk to those that have been here and experienced this. Get some input on how to soak it all in. We appreciate your attendance. As far as being interactive, I want to mention that if you're feeling good about the conference and you want to share some insight, you can tweet out there at hashtag NAEDLead. And we'll have some information on that tomorrow as well. But, shout it out. Talk about what you're learning, what you're seeing, what your insights are. Share pictures, whatever the case might be. Be interactive digitally. Be interactive with the roundtables and all the reception opportunities, and enjoy your time here. Before the speakers tonight, a really quick rundown of our afternoon event we had today. We always try to do a little pre-conference networking opportunity. Get folks together, some team building and a casual kind of fun atmosphere. We layered on top of that this year a little bit of kind of servant leadership, trying to instill the principle as leaders in the industry, in our channel, the obligation that we have to give back and to serve the communities that we live and work in. Did a little scavenger hunt. In the scavenger hunt, kind of bought some gifts that will go to a local charitable cause this December. So we're pretty excited about the networking event, a little servant leadership layered on top. I want to invite up real briefly Santa Al to accept those gifts and give us a little rundown of what that event looks like this December. So welcome Al to the stage, please.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. I got to tell you, it's a real honor to be here with you folks tonight. Thank you so much. I've had a chance to visit with everybody, or at least a lot of you anyway. But I wanted to get a quick, brief overview to let you know what's going to happen with these gifts. This is the 25th year for the Homeless Children's Christmas Party here in the Chicago area. We work with the Department of Children and Family Services to work with 6 to 7 shelters where we provide everything from bus service to pick them up, bring them to the venue, decorate the venue. They have a turkey luncheon. They're entertained by either a musical group, a story group, magicians, face painters. I mean, these kids have a great time. And when I say these kids, we're talking about 250 children and about 110 adults at every party. So try to pack all those people in and make them have a great time. And then afterwards, these gifts will go to Santa Claus. And when he mentioned Santa Al, I've been doing the Santa thing for like the last 8 years, in addition to running the event for 17. So what'll happen, every child that comes to the event leaves with an opportunity to come up and get a gift from Santa Claus, and at the same point in time, just have a great time. So the group, if I could ask the 40 people that went out on the scavenger hunt today to please stand up real quick. If you would, give your associates an applause, because you know something? And thank you. Because I'll tell you something, not only did they volunteer to do this lovely networking thing today, but they paid to do it too, right? So it was one of those special times, and it made me a big honor. I really appreciate it to Brian and Millicent and Rhonda and Allison for allowing me to come down. And Jason, thank you very much for allowing me to come up and speak to you. And if I can impart with one last thing, Jason had mentioned earlier about listening and being how important that is. I happened to read something the other day that I thought was very pertinent to what we're talking about here. And they said people nowadays listen to respond as opposed to listen to understand. So try to do the latter. And like he said, take that extra time. You're not being judged on how quickly you respond to someone. You're judged on how quickly you understand what their situation is and then be able to respond quickly. So thank you very much for your attendance. Thank you very much for helping out today. Thank you very much for letting me join you tonight. And if anyone has any questions about the event, I'll be here through the rest of the evening. I'll be more than happy to help you, and I can get you some further information after that. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Al, and thanks again to all the folks who helped out this afternoon. We appreciate it greatly. We will keep you guys around for those that helped out today, right after this event, for a quick photo with the gifts. So keep that in mind immediately following tonight's program. And without further ado, let's move on with the program. Tonight I want to introduce Scott Costa, the one and only, publisher of TED Magazine, to help introduce our speakers for the evening. I'm pumping you up, Scott, the one and only. No pressure. Coming up, Scott.
It's applause. It's new to me. I appreciate it. The people who really need the applause, though, are some special people that we invited back here for a reunion of our past 30 under 35. So, keeping with Al's theme of having people stand up, if the alumni folks can stand up really quick, the past 30 under 35 folks who decided that they would take time out of the office to come back here and be with us at LEAD, rise real quickly, because these are the people who really deserve to be applauded, and they're great. So if you look over to our left, don't sit down yet. If you look over to our left, we have obviously the big poster, which is the current 30 under 35, which is great, and then the posters of the other four, making this the 5th reunion of the 30 under 35s. It's great to look at the pictures and see, like, the hairstyles have changed so radically, except for Rocky's and Andrew's, which are. But these people are here to help us out this week, over the next couple of days. If you have a question about something that didn't get addressed at a round table, they have little stars on their name tags. So certainly you can ask them. They're going to help facilitate some of the things that we're doing here and just kind of keep things moving. Make sure that you leave here with everything you need to be successful when you come back to your office, and we're going to build on that. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow when I hand out the 30 under 35 awards for this year's group, which is really great. So just kind of take a mental note of the folks who are standing up and know that they're here to work with you, not just for the next 2 days, but throughout your careers in electrical distribution. So make sure that that you use the resource and we build this group together. So thanks all of you. You can sit now. So thanks.